And welcome back to another episode of the Men's Report, Fantasy Prediction Show, hosted by yours truly, Menace to Fantasy. Let's go. And welcome back to another episode of the Men's Report, Fantasy Prediction Show. Folks, it's Friday. It's time for me to hop in and give you my quick 2 to 3 minutes of my opinion. This is my 2 cents, folks. Hold up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue the segment I started, Draft or Pass. I got through the quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson. I'm moving over to the wide receivers. All right, the first wide receiver I'm going to talk about is Marvin Harrison Jr., okay? Now, Marvin Harrison Jr. was highly touted coming into that draft last year when he was rookie year. He has all the intangibles. He had a lineage, meaning his father is a Hall of Famer, Marvin Harrison Sr., and he did his thing at Ohio State. And you know Ohio State wide receiver room is crowded, and he still did his thing. Okay? Now, he finished his first year in the NFL with 62 receptions, over 800 yards, and 8 TDs. Now, folks, this was nothing that I expected, the outcome, the output, when I drafted him last year. I took this man in the second round. Okay? I was hoping that he was going to come on the scene and explode. But it didn't. It really didn't happen that way. I drafted in the second round, so it was a second round bust for me. Now, there's a lot of things that people can say that contributed to his lackluster first year in the NFL. Now, I'm going to focus in on the wide receiver quarterback relationship. In my eyes, my opinions, Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. just were not on the same page. I don't know what was going on. I remember Kyle came out to me, oh, y'all want me to force the ball to him? They just didn't seem to be on the same page. Now, you can really back up that statement, or I can back up that statement by telling this. There were 7 games where this man had less than 40 yards. This is your wide receiver one, less than 40 yards. He just wasn't producing. And Trey McBride was the direct beneficiary of Marvin Harrison because he was drawing all the attention and McBride was just eating over the middle. Now, you asked me the question, hey, school, next summer, if Marvin Harrison is up, would you draft him? Yes, I still would draft this man. Now, folks, I wouldn't draft him in the second round. That's not be foolish. That was my mistake last year. But I would not draft him in the second round, but I definitely would draft him. Again, he's a wide receiver one. And I'm pretty sure he's going to bounce back. Now, I was spoiled. You guys have been spoiled too. All these big-time receivers coming out their first year and having huge years. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors last year. I'm glad I drafted him. Okay? So, I was under the assumption Marvin Harrison Jr. was going to do the same thing. But if you look at those numbers, 62 receptions, over 800 yards receiving, 8 TDs. Marvin Harrison Jr. joined an inclusive club. There's only been 6 other rookie wide receivers that put up over 800 yards receiving and at least 8 TDs. That list starts with Michael Thomas, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Jordan Addison, and Brian Thomas Jr. Now you're like, Scoob, hold up. You just said J.J. Malik Neighbors. Okay? J.J. had a hell of a year his first year. He only had 7 TDs. Malik Neighbors had a hell of a year. He did not have 8 TDs. Okay? Did not have 8 TDs. So in reality, Marvin Harrison Jr. had a good first year. It wasn't second round good first year, but he had a good first year for a rookie wide receiver. So hell yeah, I would definitely draft this man again. Just not in the second round, folks. I'm not stupid. But he had a good year, and that 62 reception is definitely going to go up. I'm pretty sure ownership talked to the head coach talked to the offensive coordinator, and Marvin's not going to be a decoy most of the time when he's on the field. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's end this correctly. Thank you for taking time out on your Friday night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Peace.